How you doing? Neil Still here for Neil Still's Reviews, and today we're going to review an album that I rate extremely highly. Like it'd be in my all-time top 10, probably top 10 to 20, but definitely top 10 albums ever released by a particular band. Just to give you an idea, Rainbow Rising. To me, as much as I love Rainbow, that's the album. As far as I'm concerned, it's like faultless 10 out of 10. And the band we're talking about today is a little known US band called War Babies. This is their self-titled debut album from 1992. And I shit you not, this motherfucker is 11 out of 10. That's how good this product is. It's everything. All the boxes are ticked here. The songs, singer, band, production. Paul Stanley of Kiss co-wrote a couple of the tracks on this particular album, and they're both absolute fucking cracker songs. And these guys were with a major label, Columbia Records, released in 1992. So these guys, I hate to say it, but they missed the boat because of the change in musical mainstream style, because hard rock, glam metal, whatever you want to call it, from the 80s in the US especially, was there were some great bands around during that period, but 1992, it's just a little bit too late for these guys. I mean, the product itself is exemplary. It really is fucking fantastic. It's just the timing. If this had come out in 1990, I reckon it would have done heaps better. And of course, the grunge thing wasn't really there yet. In 92 it was. And even though they come from Seattle, where all the grunge bands came from, you got to remember Queensryche come from the same place. I'm pretty sure it's Seattle. And so do these guys. The people involved, we've got Brad Sinzel is the vocalist, and he is a huge part of why this band sounds so fucking good. It really is. He's from a band called TKO. They were around before these guys, and he was known as a good singer back then. But he's singing, especially his melody lines in a lot of these songs, really make them like standouts, like 10 out of 10 songs. It really is a major factor of the sound of this band. Musically speaking, Guy Lacey's on guitars, Tommy Gunn McMahon is on guitars, Sean Trotter on bass, and Richard Stuverud on drums. And mate, as a unit, fuck, they're there, 100%. It really is a terrific fucking sounding product. The production is really good, from a guy I've never heard of. Because there's lots of producers out there, but most people that are into the production side of albums, like myself and others, some people would be really die hard about it. Me, I just sort of know certain names that have done albums that I liked and I like the production of. As a band, musically, they're hard rock, there's heavy rock, there's a little bit of metal in the edges as well, and I mean that in a positive way. Is there any grunge? Minimal. There's a little bit in a couple of places, I think, but which is not a negative. I mean, when you got bands like Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, Stone Temple Pilots, Pearl Jam, when these guys were on song and making great music, and for most of them, unfortunately, it seemed to be their debut albums. Some of the stuff is really good. There's, as a metalhead, I love it. And then there's other parts that I don't. These guys have a little bit of that, but it's mainly mainstream hard rock metal. Sort of like, it's hard to compare them to anybody else because of the fact that they really have their own designated style and sound. They really, really do. There's, you can hear influences from certain things, but I suppose the best description I would say, if someone asked me what their music was like, it's like a cross between, there's moments of Accept there, And then there's moments of some Van Halen, as in their prime. So, and there's other bits there as well. They're a real hard band to explain. They're really, I mean, as a a band, War Babies are a great hard rock, heavy metal band. They are. They definitely have a foot in all those sort of genres. Like I said, the songs, they are really good. And Paul Stanley co-wrote a couple of the songs that actually were hit videos too. I'll just have a quick look at it because I was just looking at it before. One of them is the first single off the album was called "Hang Me Up." It's also he co-wrote that, which is a positive because the song is really good. Yeah, here we go. Paul Stanley co-wrote "Hang Me Up," and he also helped co-write "Cry Yourself to Sleep," which is a sort of power ballad. It's probably the best way to describe it, but it's not a sucky power ballad. It's it's a really good power ballad. You think of the great power ballads by Scorpions, Dokken, House of Lords, etc. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's got that sort of thing. Blue Tomorrow was dedicated to a former member who passed away. It's a great song. It's sort of light and shade, and it kicks fucking ass. And it's funny because when this album came out, I loved it. And my partner at the time, she was right into it too. I mean, as much as she had different varied, musical tastes, she liked hard rock and metal and stuff, but she also liked, stuff like Kate Bush and whatever. But yeah, she loved this album too. She thought it was absolute cracker. It really is a good album. There's not one dud song. I think it's 13 tracks, isn't it? Where are we? Where's the album? Tells you all about the singles, but it doesn't really. Here we go. So just give me a second. Yeah, there's 11 songs on the album. Every song's a winner on her own. Personal favourites, fuck me, the whole album, to be honest. I love Hang Me Up. In the Wind's a nice ballad. Cry Yourself to Sleep is sort of like light and shade. Sweet Water's a 12-bar blue, ass-kicking, hard rocking song. Sea of Madness is sort of light and shade. Blue Tomorrow's a cool song. Satellite's just in your face. Death Valley of Love is great. Big Big Sun is epic. Killing Time, Care, Man, I Just Don't. There's so many good songs on this album. Now, up until about 2 years ago, it was the only album the band had ever released, right? Well, just as a little bonus to let you know, in 2024, the band released this album, Vault. Now, this particular album was recorded about a year or so before the self-titled album. And upon listening to this album, it's called Vault, right? So it predates the self-titled album that is 10 out of 10. This one, geez, I'd give it 9. I really would, because the song quality here is as good as the self-titled. I can't believe these guys. This is like a demo album, and the production's pretty good. There's definitely 2 songs on this that are definitely from the same sessions as the self-titled, because they've got that monumental big kick snare sound that's on the self-titled album. There's 2 tracks on this album, and one of them's When the Well Runs Dry is one of them, and my God, it's absolutely fucking killer song, as good as anything on the Debut. But most of the tracks here they really are. There's some really, really good songs on this one too. Now, it's a limited edition. I'm not sure how many vinyl copies I've left, but I got the CD copy because you get 4 extra songs, a couple of live songs and stuff. But yeah, look, as quality, it's just behind the Debut, but when you listen to it, you just think, why the fuck didn't these guys get signed on the strength of this product? And then this next one would have even gone better. There's some great songs on it. One of the songs from it is up on YouTube. It's called Walls. Wall Baby, Walls. Check the song out, and that's that's one of the many good songs on the Vault album. But yeah, look, this one, 10 out of 10. Like I said, I give this 9. I really flogged this to death when it came out. I absolutely loved it. And this album, it's like 30 years later, I still rate it as one of the top 10 all-time Debut albums ever. Up there with Rose Tattoo's Debut, Guns N' Roses debut, Skid Row, Bullet Boys, Van Halen. So you get the picture. It's that good. Seriously. Neil Steele, for Neil Steele's review, War Baby, self-titled. Get it if you don't already have it. Cheers.